This is Andre Sweeney, the Life Specialist. Welcome to the Get a Life Show, the show that gives you the tools and principles necessary for an outstanding life. Today's segment is called the R.I.P, Real Interventions for People, and today I need to intervene in your life. Today I want to rip up the subject, black people using the word nigger. Now, this has been a very hot button issue throughout the years. And I was prompted. I was in a leadership class the other day, and there were African Americans in this leadership class, and we met with the Hispanic leadership of the city also. And so we began to talk about certain issues, and we began to talk about things that we were talking about myths and stereotypes. But as we began to talk about it, we began to talk about how we perpetuate certain things within our own race. Regardless of what other races do, there are things that we do and say in our own race that's just not good. And so I brought up the fact how black people use the word nigger. And I began to share some things with my classmates, and I thought I would share them with my Facebook and YouTube audience as well. Well, here's my point. Maybe, just maybe, once, maybe twice in my life, I'm 36 years old, once or twice I've heard a white person call me a nigger. Maybe once or twice. But thousands of other black people have called me a nigger. Millions of times probably. I've probably heard that word so many times that I couldn't even keep count of it. Why is that? When that word was first created, it was meant to denigrate. It was meant to describe a people that were not human. It was meant to demonize. It was meant to break down esteem. It was meant to make you feel like you were lower than nothing. And from that, we have begun to call each other that same word. I mean, let's just be honest, my fellow black citizens. Our parents said it. Our grandparents said it. Our cousins said it. Our uncles called us that. Our aunt said it. We even hear it in church. In the black culture, that word is just synonymous with who we are. It's synonymous with what we say. Matter of fact, we have mastered the word to such a degree that the word nigger has several different connotations altogether. I could say, y'all niggas is crazy. And that just simply means y'all people are funny. Or I could say, for instance, we went to a party and there were 5 females and 15 males in the party, and they were all black people. And I went in there and said, man, there's too many niggas in here. Well, that just simply means there's too many guys in here. Or I could say, man, y'all my niggas. That just simply means you're my friends. As you can see, a word that had such terrible effects to it now has multiple meanings within our community. We, for some reason, embraced this word. We took it in like a child that was homeless. We raised it, we nurtured it, we cleaned it up, and for some crazy reason, we made the word our friend. But to judge something, you have to go back to the origin. You always have to take something back to the root of a thing. And I don't care how much you try to make it like it's a cool word amongst your friends. I don't care how much you try to act like it means something else. The root of it is, it's a word that white people came up with to keep you in your place. And that word has been doing it for hundreds of years, keeping us right in this place. So I want to say something to all the African Americans out there. Let's stop using the word. Let's grow up. Let's get a vocabulary. Let's understand that word was never meant as something of camaraderie. It was meant to be divisive. The craziest part of it is, if a white person calls you a nigger, then everybody's ready to fight. I mean, we're straight up Malcolm X by any means necessary, ready to pull out the guns and ready to try racism. If a white person says it, But if another black person calls you a nigger, you have a different response, like that's somehow okay? How stupid is that? If a white man called me a jerk, if a black man calls me a jerk, it means the same thing. Think about it. This is Andre Sweeney, the life specialist. And I'm here to tell everybody who uses the word nigger to get a life.